In this video, we will present you with 3 chilling tales about the circus and clowns. Enjoy your viewing experience with scary stories. The Circus of Terror. It was the opening night of the Circus of Terror, and the crowds were eager to see the new acts. The circus had been traveling around the country for years and had gained a reputation for its dark and twisted performances. But as the show began, strange things started happening. People in the audience began to disappear, and the performers began to act oddly. Suddenly, the ringmaster appeared, but he was no longer a man. He was a terrifying clown, with razor-sharp teeth and glowing red eyes. He cackled maniacally as he began to devour the audience. The clowns that were performing before had now turned into demonic creatures. The animals were no longer performing but attacking the crowd. The people in the audience tried to run for the exits, but the doors were locked, and the clowns were blocking their way. Some managed to escape by breaking windows, but many were not so lucky. The police and the authorities were called, but when they arrived, they found that the circus had vanished into thin air, leaving no trace behind. The survivors were left with deep scars, both physical and mental. They never spoke of the Circus of Terror again, too terrified to even whisper about it. But the legend of the Circus of Terror lives on, and to this day, people still fear its return. The Killer Clown. It was supposed to be a happy day, the birthday of a little girl, and her parents had hired a clown to entertain the children at the party. But as soon as the clown arrived, something felt off. He was extremely pale, with dark circles around his eyes and a sinister grin on his face. The parents had a bad feeling but decided to go ahead with the party. The clown began to perform his tricks, but instead of making the children laugh, they were terrified. The little girl was crying and her parents were starting to regret their decision. Suddenly, the clown pulled out a knife and started chasing the kids. The parents tried to intervene, but the clown was too strong and fast. The clown had been performing tricks with a real knife, not a prop one. The parents were no match for him, and he managed to catch and kill several of the children at the party. The surviving children and parents were too traumatized to speak of what had happened. The police were called and searched for the clown, but he had vanished into the night and was never found. The parents of the little girl were devastated and guilty that they had invited him to the party. The incident was never solved and the clown was never found, leaving the small town in fear of the return of the killer clown. Circus of the Damned. The Circus of the Damned was known for its macabre acts and its dark atmosphere. It was a traveling circus that had been around for centuries, but no one knew its true origins. The circus had always been shrouded in mystery, and people whispered about the strange occurrences that happened during its performances. But no one expected the horrors that were in store. The performers were not just humans, but demonic creatures that had taken on human form. The ringmaster, a tall and imposing figure, was a demon, and his clowns were the spawn of hell. The audience was trapped, and no one could escape the Circus of the Damned. The clowns were performing gruesome acts, and the ringmaster was summoning dark forces from beyond the grave. The audience soon realized that they were not just watching a performance, but were in the middle of a nightmare. The clowns began to attack the audience, and the demon ringmaster commanded them to sacrifice some of the audience members to the dark powers he had summoned. The audience was paralyzed with fear, and no one could escape. Those who managed to survive the night were never the same again. They were left with deep scars, both physical and mental. They never spoke of the Circus of the Damned again, too terrified to even whisper about it. But the legend of the Circus of the Damned lives on, and to this day, people still fear its return. If you liked the video, please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss new videos. See you soon.